This is Tuesday, October 15th, and we're here at the planning board. And we have a quorum, so is there a motion to begin the meeting? Motion. Second?
Yeah, second.
All right. I got your feet wet. All in favor? Aye. Okay. Our first matter is a public hearing. This is Melio. This is 63 Glendale Road. This is an application for a preliminary subdivision plan approval. Is there a motion to open the public hearing? Motion. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So, do we have an applicant on this, or is it just Bob who's in charge of this?
Yep.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
Sure, yeah.
You wanna give us a brief description what we're facing here in terms of this re-subdivision?
Sure, good evening, Chair and members of the board. Just by introduction, my name is Jacob Lemire from the law firm of Zarin Steinmetz. Here on behalf of Giuseppe or Joe Melio, 63 Glendale. This is a simple re-subdivision born out of a deed transfer of what is essentially a driveway which was included within the deeded description of 55 Glendale. 55 Glendale conveyed title to that driveway or abandoned roadway to the applicant. The applicant is now seeking to merge that into the remainder of his property, which is, I believe, about approximately a 4-acre lot. So we're just basically merging it. It's the access to his property. It's the only access to his property, and he's the only. He and his family are the only ones that essentially use that driveway.
Right, we have documentation from the town indicating that the road was abandoned. It's
Years ago.
right, many years ago, right? We have all those documents.
Yes.
And Bob has confirmed that, and so it seems like a very simple thing, and I think that the applicant is asking us to waive jurisdiction so that we can move this forward as expeditiously as possible. And we've scheduled it for a public hearing with the expectation that we'll close the public hearing, and we have a draft resolution ready as well, so we should be able to move this forward as quickly as we can.
Great. The applicant and our office appreciates that.
Okay, there's no issues or anything on this?
No comment, it's a matter of opening the public hearing.
Yep.
If there's nobody here to speak on behalf of the application, closing the public hearing and reviewing the resolution.
Okay. Bob, you didn't have any comments? We got your information in terms of the road, et cetera?
Yes, I have no comment on this matter. Thank you so much, Chairman.
Okay, very good. Well, not seeing any comments, unless there are comments from board members or questions from board members on this?
I have a question.
Sure.
On page 3 of the resolution,
Mhm.
Item 4 and item 6 talk about existing well. And is it talking about the same well, or is it talking about two different wells?
They show an existing well on there, but they were not clear on whether they're gonna remove it or not, because I know the well that's shown on the plan is within close proximity of the septic, so I would imagine has to be abandoned, so they, like I said, they didn't make it clear. And on the plan that they did submit, one of my comments in addition to that was to show the septic, because this came in many years ago for a steep slopes application, and I know the septic for a fact is there. So they have to clarify some of that on the plan. But I believe that might be a well that was been used, but not the one they use for the potable water, but that's where they need to show clarification.
So 4 stays and 6 goes?
Yes.
Okay, just thanks.
And Mr. Chairman, just for the record, that exit number 6, that well is abandoned.
Okay, thank you.
Well, I would just recommend you show it on the plan and just say the well was abandoned in accordance with Westchester County rules and regulations. They do have certain procedures for that, so that would be helpful if you could show that on the plan.
We'll be happy to do that.
Right,
Thank you, sir.
so the resolution has the conditions that the applicant must adhere to before the chairman signs the plan.
Right.
Yeah, and I check all of those. That's my enviable task. Check all of these conditions.
Okay, any other questions? No, alrighty. Not seeing any, is there a motion then to close the public hearing? Motion. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we have a resolution before us, we're starting to talk about it a bit. With the explanation that we have on items 4 and 6 now behind us. And any other questions or comments?
No.
Okay, not seeing any. Is there a motion then to adopt the resolution?
Motion to adopt?
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, very good.
Do we need a formal waive, or does that happen?
Thank you, Chair.
I
Board
think
members.
I'm sorry?
we don't have to do a form, we have, do we have to do a
No.
motion to waive jurisdiction? We've
No, you
adopted the
don't.
resolution, so it's incorporated in that.
Correct.
Yeah, okay. Good point, though, we could. Okay, our next item is Rosansky. This is 10 Cynthia Court. This is amendments to the resolution for time extensions for an application for a site development plan approval. We last heard it last November, and I guess there were some delays on the part of the applicant, and now they wish to prosecute the application and move forward.
Motion to open.
Oh, it's public hearing, yes. Is there a motion to open the public hearing?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Are you there, Jerry? Is he?
That's his screen.
That's
I'm here.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Jerry Barrett here, site planner for the project. I'm here with Alan Hilch, the civil engineer for the project. I tried to put my screen up. I hope it
It's
came
up.
up.
It's there.
I see it.
So we're here because this project was approved by resolution in July of 2023. And everything was looking good, and then Alan Pilch had to go out and do his stormwater testing. He met with the town representatives out there, and where they thought they were going to do it was not going to work. So they had to end up, they thought they were gonna do it in the front yard, they had to end up going to this area. We did that, that required amending the previously approved clearing and grading limit lines. So we came back in November and the board approved that, so we had two resolutions for that, and we were ready to go. And what the owners started to talk with contractors, which was a grueling process because they were very busy and it was hard to get people to get back with pricing. And when we did get pricing, it was way more than it used to be because everything has just gone up. And so they paused it, and then they said, well, look, we gotta get this done. So at this point, we have prepared information and submitted it back to Mr. Scioli to comply with the conditions of the resolution, and that's still pending. But we are on it, and so we would ask that the board could extend our approvals with this so we can get this thing wrapped up.
To Alan Pilch, perhaps I can also add that I've submitted the required 5 sets of plans to the West Citrus County Department of Health in anticipation of their approval of the modifications to the septic system as well. And they don't usually request the 5 sets until such time as they're ready to approve. And I just submitted that.
Was there a change in the location of the septics and the expansion area?
No, there was just some comments they had with regard to the septic tank and the dosing chamber, that was it. There was no change at all to the septic system, zero.
Good. Okay, I know Stuart, this is a little tough, we saw this many times, this is a very expensive pool at this point, but the price per yard was gotta be so pretty substantial. But in any event, we've seen this a while, we've had, this has been really exhaustively looked at, and I think we're finally set. But in any event, any questions, comments on this application?
I just have a quick one. On the page 2 of the letter, at the top, it's conditions of approval. It says there's a bunch of stuff that will get delivered to the town. I guess this is a question for Bob and whoever else is on that list. Have you received all this information yet?
I've been receiving numerous items from them over the past several weeks, yes. I don't know whether everything on that list has been submitted, but I have received at least 4 or 5 items from Mr. Pilch and Mr. Barrett.
So for the board's information, on page one at the bottom, the last whereas has 3 requests that involve timing. This is why the resolution is before you again.
Yep.
We thought to memorialize, they're looking for an extension of the deadline to submit a final site plan. They're looking for an extension of the tree removal permit and an extension of the time of issuance of the building permit. The conditions of the previous resolutions are incorporated into this, so that is where the list of things that they said that they're submitting or submitted. Bob will keep track of what they've done, what they haven't done, and make sure that everything is submitted before they can submit a plan for the chairman's signature.
Thank you.
Okay, so it's all inclusive, this resolution.
Thank you. Any other questions?
None from me.
Okay, if not, is there a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion?
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Again, we have a resolution here that's been prepared for the extensions requested by the applicant, and these will now be coordinated also with a common expiration date, I guess, too, which is nice. Any questions, comments on the resolution?
No.
If not, is there a motion then to adopt the resolution?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're set on that. Our last item is, we have a set of minutes from September 24. So we can do this, but as the 3 of us were here for that meeting. And I had a number of little minor things I'll just pass over to you, remind me so I don't take it home and then have to scan it to you again.
Okay.
So with unless anyone's had any material change, is there a
No, I
motion?
just had a typo I found,
Okay,
probably the same one you found.
Probably the one I gave her.
The 6,000, the
Piling
16.
on.
square
That was
feet.
exactly it.
Okay, there's my typo.
okay. Since there's nothing material here, is there just minor wordsmithing, is there a motion to adopt the minutes of September 24?
Motion?
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Well, who's got the stopwatch? Is there a motion to close the meeting?
7:13.
Motion to close the meeting.
Second,
Second?
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.